Hey, this is Driftwood.com here, showing you some of the latest pieces that we've got in. This is a really nice hardwood stump. First thing I generally do when I bring it in is to pressure wash it to get it nice and clean, and then I might trim it up and sand it a little bit before I put it on the market. You can see this one has a good bit of dirt on the outside, so I'll definitely spend some time pressure washing that and getting that surface grime off, surface debris. Here's another interesting piece that I just brought in. I'll do the same for that one as well as some others I have. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with the pressure washing. Okay, I'm wrapping up the pressure washing on this piece, and you can see a lot of the brown tones have really started to show up now that we've gotten that dirt off. And this piece has a lot of cracks and crevices, which I've thoroughly sprayed out, and this is a really nice piece. I think this is going to do well. The next step is to dry this out, and I will let this dry for, all depends, from a few days to a few weeks before I put this online. But it's a nice hot day here in Carolina, so I'm going to set this out in the sun and let the drying process start. All right, well, my hardwood root has been drying for a few weeks, and there's really just a couple of additional things that I like to do before I put it online. The first is to take a piece of sandpaper. I typically use a very coarse, I think this is 80 grit, and look around the piece and find areas that I need to sand or smooth out. Typically one of the areas I do sand is the area that I cut. When you cut it with a saw, it leaves very sharp edges, and so I want to go over and sand those out. I've already sanded this one a little bit, so I'm not going to do too much there. But also inside the piece, especially one like this that has lots of cracks and crevices, I will want to get in here and sand that out, and many times it removes a lot of extra debris that comes off when the piece dries out. And then some of my tools of the trade here, very technical tools, I'll use a toothbrush, again getting in there and just making sure that everything is brushed out. And then what I'll also do is use my lawn blower, and I'll give this piece a few minutes in front of the blower to make sure everything is blown out, so that whoever gets this gets a piece that is as clean as it can be, and that way it's going to be ready to use for aquarium or yard or whatever the case may be. So hopefully this gives you a feel for what I do to my driftwood pieces before I put them online. It's fairly a labor-intensive process, but again, I think that customers in the end get the best product. You can find this piece as well as a bunch of others on GoodDriftwood.com. Thank you very much.